Sagittarius Singles, welcome to your reading, and of course cross-watchers, you are welcome here as well. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and of course thank you for stopping by my channel. So we're going to get where you are, or sorry, where you've been, where you are, where you're headed, and then we're going to look at the next love interest for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs separately, and those will all be time-stamped. Wow! If I can manage to not throw half of the deck across my table. Sorry, guys. Okay. So where is Sag? Where are Sag singles right now? Where? Sag, the Knight of Swords usually talks about something coming in really quickly, but I actually feel like you are feeling like there's something from the past that needs to get cleared out, and it's almost like you may be wanting to go back into the past to cut it out. I feel like you may be expecting something to kind of like come creeping up behind you. Hold on, we're going to figure out what that is. One sec here, guys. What is that? Ace of Wands. It almost feels like it's like you know whatever it is that you're moving towards. I feel like this might sound strange. It feels like you are expecting a new start to come from whatever it is you're about to do. You know what? Let's pull a few more cards before I start talking here. Page of Wands at the bottom. Sag, I kind of feel like there's somebody here that it's almost like they seem to know that you're going to have a problem with them when you get there, but they feel like the intensity of your frustration with said problem, or the intensity that you're coming at them with, is unwarranted. It's almost this energy of like this person thought that you wouldn't be as angry as you are or as passionate as you are. Maybe you're not angry, right? But it's just like, oh no, they underestimated you. And it's almost like they kind of didn't know that messing with you was kind of like waking the giant. You know what I mean? Wow, I don't know what this person did, but I'm kind of glad I'm not them, because it's almost this energy of like part of them feels they deserve it, and the other part of them is like, whoa, I didn't think that Sag would be this angry. It's almost like they don't really have not the will, but it's like they kind of don't have any intention of fixing it. I feel like they know that you're coming in with this really intense energy, but they're looking at it like maybe it's almost like they're not quite believing what they're seeing, because they're looking at it like maybe it's not going to be what it is. Maybe it's just Sag coming in, you know, with all the bells and whistles. And I feel like they're looking at you hoping, almost expecting that you're going to see that it's not appropriate to do it this time. You know what I mean? It's almost like maybe it would be in front of people, friends and family, or something like that. Or maybe it would be out in public and they don't want you to make a scene. Like it's that type of inappropriate sort of thing. I feel for some of you, Sag, it feels like there is this Ace of Cups over here that's on the other side that's part of your future, right? But before we go into that, sorry, I'm just super uncomfortable. I'm going to sit on the chair differently. I just have a kitchen chair, so it's not always the most comfortable. I don't have a fancy desk chair. Anyway, I digress. It's almost like this person may not even be able to see beyond the confrontation that's coming. It's like, so sometimes I would pick up the energy in a read like this, where like this person might want to change things. They might want something different with you. I'm not getting that at all. It's like they just feel like this could turn into something really unfortunate. And I feel like they do seem to have some sort of peace offering for you. And it's like they know that it may. Listen, it doesn't mean that you're going to go and pop off at somebody. This is just kind of what they're seeing it as, okay? And we'll pull some advice on it too. They're looking at it like whatever it is they have to offer you, it feels like it's, I'm hearing shiny. It may not be shiny for everybody, but it feels like it's something that it's almost like they know that you've wanted, you knew that they had it, and they know they've held it too long. I hope that makes sense. And it's almost this kind of like, they're trying to offer it you like a peace offering, almost wanting to say like, I know I should have given it to you before, I'm sorry, so on and so forth. And what's interesting is that it doesn't actually feel like you're coming in with the malicious intent that this person thinks that you are. They just think you are. Right? It's almost this energy of like maybe you're coming back to cut something out, but it doesn't feel like you're gunning for I probably shouldn't say that word. It doesn't feel like you are out to get this person. It just feels like, for example, this person thinks that the whole thing is very personal, right? Like it's made personal and now you're out for, vendetta. But I feel like for you, that's not where it's at. Like it doesn't seem to go that deep for you. It's almost like you're sick of whatever this is, whatever it is you want to cut out. You're sick of dragging it around. You're sick of it, almost kind of like always popping up. So you want to like, pull it out root and stem once and for all type deal. Hold on for a second. We're going to pull a clarifier on this Emperor here. Nine of Cups. I don't know why this... Okay, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. Listen, this person... This isn't to say that you are. This person sees you as emotionally unbalanced. They see you as, erratic, unpredictable. It's almost like this person... Now, here's the thing. They may be... You'll know, right? They may be wanting to assign that label to you so they don't have to take responsibility. It may not be that way for everybody. For others of you, it feels more like they're looking at it. It's like because of whatever happened between the two of you, I was hearing because of whatever they did, they kind of wouldn't expect you to come in any less than what they're expecting. Because it's going back to that energy of them feeling like they kind of deserve what's coming to them, not realizing that it doesn't feel like that's what you're coming at them at all with. And it's almost like this person expects you to come in and kind of act really outlandish and make this big scene. And it's almost like you come in kind of breathless and you take this, you've been out riding your horse, you take this helmet off. And I kind of see you coming in and being like, oh, no, it's not like that. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like whatever it was, it's kind of water off a duck's back for now, or like from your perspective. And I feel like some of you may even be surprised at how much this person thinks it's affected you. And what's interesting is it doesn't feel like you're one of those people that you're going to turn around and throw that in their face or try to weaponize that. It's almost like you're just going to be like, no, that's not the case. And also thank you for that shiny object. You know what I mean? And you may not actually do that, right? But it just feels like whatever it is that this person actually wants to offer you to kind of like almost placate you, it may have been something that you really wanted at one point in time. And it's like, there's something about it that I keep getting that's shiny that kind of catches your eye. And for some of you, it's like you may feel that initial spark that you used to feel when you wanted it. But it's like, but once you get close enough, you don't need it anymore. So we're going to get into this Ace of Cups here, but I actually feel like we're going to do that in relation to Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, because that's going to be different for everybody, right? So, oh, I did say we would pull an advice card on that. Sorry, guys. I'm a little all over the place today. I don't know why. So just bear with me, okay? I'm just thinking about which deck we're going to use. Okay. Sorry, I feel like I'm out of sorts. Anyway, guys, can we get some advice for Sag? Advice. Advice, or what does Sag need to know? Advice. 5 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so Sag, what I actually feel like, whatever it is that you feel you're going back into this situation, not like going back to somebody, but going back to cut something out. It's almost like you're kind of racing to the edge to cut this piece off before it drags you down with it. But it's like, but once you get there, you're going to realize it detached a long time ago. So it's almost like you may be, let's say for example, it's all internal, right? So it's like you're kind of diving back into a past hurt to like heal it and get rid of it. But when you get there, it's gone because it doesn't matter to you anymore. Like it's no longer impactful for you. So I feel like this 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, it feels like you may be going back wanting to heal or fix something. And I feel like when you get there, it feels very liberating that whatever you had to get rid of is long gone. So now we're going to talk about this. I hope that is, I just had a comment the other day that was looking for more predictive stuff. So I hope that's kind of what you're looking for. I can't quite remember what sign it was on. Anyway, so for those of you with Sagittarius Sun, so we have the Devil with the 7 of Cups. So, Sag, I feel like this person might come in like a bat out of hell. Is kind of what I'm hearing. I feel like this person is someone that is exceptionally fiery. I feel like they try to draw you in with passion, but it doesn't actually feel like there's anything appealing about it. What it feels like is someone is coming in here and they're going to be, you know, very passionate, but it's like, it's almost like if you're someone that sees auras, maybe you don't, maybe you do, right? But either way, it's like you're going to see this person as a big walking red flag. And they think that the reason you're looking at them is because you're attracted to them. No, it's not. It's actually because you're looking at this person through different lenses than you would have before, right? It's like something that you may have found attractive before, you now see as, and it's not like, ooh, that's attractive, but I don't want it. It is really not attractive to you anymore, right? So let's say, for example, this person has a certain way of speaking, or I'm going to be honest, okay? With the 7 of Cups at the bottom, I actually feel like this person might be somebody that likes to make people jealous, right? It's like they like to have a lot of people chasing after them, and I feel like even if they were in a committed relationship, it's like they'd make you think that it wasn't, and they would want you to think that there were other people always clamoring after them because they need this constant stream of energy to boost their ego. It just feels like this person's kind of like an energy sucker, if you will. I can't remember the energy vampire. It like, that's exactly what they are. I'm sorry to say. So, for those of you with your moon in Sagittarius, Sagittarius moon, So we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck with Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles, which we do at the bottom of the deck over there. Let's hold those out. So I'm just going to have a look at these for a second here. Okay, Sag, this is a very interesting read. I feel like there are two people in your friend group that are going to like hook up or going to get involved. I'm not sure why that's what's coming through, but we're just going to keep going. We'll see where it goes. It feels like, well, you're kind of doing this work and getting rid of the past and kind of ejecting all of that so that it doesn't influence your future. I feel like there is somebody here that, oh, okay. Sag, there's somebody here that is zeroing in on a friend of yours, and I feel like this person may be very, like the person that's approaching your friend, they feel like they're very controlling. It feels like they are very insecure about what they've done in life and what they've accomplished, and I feel like they need to, like in their mind, they compensate for that, or they kind of balance the equilibrium by being in control. And I feel like, I mean, I certainly hope this isn't the kind of person that's coming towards you. I feel like nothing ends up happening if it's, okay. If it's, I'm kind of getting, it's a little bit of a mixed bag, so just give me a second. It feels that if it's two of your friends that hook up, I feel like the person that's controlling wants a relationship and the other person wants something casual. And I actually feel like you seem to circumvent the whole situation. And I feel like you kind of insulate yourself from it. We are going to pull a clarifier on that. There is another, it's just with general readings, it can be a bit tricky to, okay, so for those, for Saggy Moons, where their two friends start to get involved, what do we need to know for Sag Moon about how they move forward? I feel like you're going to see the potential for, I want to say like for an issue to happen here. There's the Knight of Swords again with the Page of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Interesting. I feel like you're going to draw a lot of similarities between this Four of Pentacles person, the controlling one that approaches your friend, and your past person. It's like the biggest difference here is this Four of Pentacles and their insecurity when it comes to what they've achieved, right? You know how when people like how, you know, they say, whoever they is, that when someone that hasn't had money starts to get money, they show off a lot. Maybe this isn't for everybody, right? But and then when people have had money for a long time, they don't feel the need to show off. I feel like this person starts to get some traction and they want to like show everybody what they have. And they seem to feel that they're going to be able to, you know, land somebody here. Feels like your friend. And what's interesting is this is where it gets messy. I think this person actually has feelings for you. They just seem to, it's almost like they seem to be approaching your friend. It's almost like they want to approach your friend, get what they need out of them, get some information, and somehow drive a wedge between the two of you, and then kind of pursue you. Or it's like they want to show off with your friend in front of you. It could be someone that you've turned down already. And so they're going after this other person, almost wanting to like look at how well I'm doing now sort of thing, not realizing that it's like if they couldn't repel you anymore with that type of behavior. I feel for some of you, your friend may let this person in to a certain extent, but it doesn't feel like it's like this Four of Pentacles might keep an eye on your friend for a while, but I feel like your friend, whatever this Four of Pentacles is, selling, so to speak, this Queen of Pentacles isn't buying. Okay. So, for those of you who this Four of Pentacles is coming straight for you, and you are the Queen of Pentacles. Hold on. It feels like it's somebody from the past, not this Emperor. It feels like it's someone that you have like unfinished business with. It feels like it's someone, it's like you don't really actually want this person, but it's more like you want to see how something is going to play out, not because there's no like game or whatever. It's almost like you may be giving this person a chance to see if they've changed, but you know that they haven't. And it's almost like you seem to take joy or pride in being able to show this person that whatever game they played on you or ran on you last time, like you've healed too much for them to be able to do that again. I think we're just going to pull one more card on this. Okay, well, okay. Okay, so we have the Devil reversed with the Tower at the bottom of the deck for this combination here. What's unfortunate for this person is you're kind of looking at them like they're coming in to run a game on you. And I actually feel like they may have had something fall apart recently, or they had to kind of watch a situation from the sidelines where somebody they knew got hurt in the way that they dealt with you. And I feel like they kind of want to come back in and fix it, or like use what they believe is an opportunity here between the two of you to treat you better. But it actually feels like because they have a certain reputation with how they've treated you, I actually feel like you may look at this person, it's like even though they're looking at you intently with the intent, like they're looking at you really intensely, but with the intent of fixing something, I feel like you're perceiving that as their past behavior repeating itself. And it feels like they're playing a losing game with you, unfortunately for them. So, on to Sagittarius Rising. Saggy Rising. Empress. With the Lovers again. Interesting. So, I feel like there's somebody here that you're going to be very taken with, or they're going to be very taken with you. Hold on for a second. Wait a minute. Sorry, I'm just give me a minute here. The video hasn't frozen. It almost feels like there's going to be an opportunity that is on its way to you, or is coming up at least, that it's almost like it'll feel like it isn't yours. It'll feel like it's too much. it's like it feels like it's one of those things where like on the surface it would look really good, or it would be like, oh wow, almost like if people saw the two of you together, they'd be like, oh wow, what a couple, sort of thing. Um, but I'm picking up this energy from you that like you feel like it's not for you. There's something about it that doesn't click. It doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? It's like there isn't that intertwining of souls, sort of thing. And maybe, that's not to say that wouldn't come with time, but it just feels like that's your impression straight off the hop. It's almost the energy of somebody that is attractive to everybody, and maybe they are attractive, but I feel like you pass on them. It just doesn't feel like a match to your energy, and that's not the cards telling you that. That's what I'm kind of picking up from you. Bring in a card between Saggy and this Empress. Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. There's definitely potential for love here. Okay, well then what's going on? It's almost like or Saggy Risings. I feel like some of you may be waiting for this perfect love, this idealized love, and it's like you have a picture in your mind of what it's going to look like. And I feel like here it kind of comes, and it's almost like it's not a matter of like you feeling that you don't deserve it necessarily. It feels like you're looking at it, it's almost like you might be rushing, and it's not part of like your 5-year plan or 10-year plan or something. I'm being facetious here, of course, but it's like, and it's not part of your plan for the day to address anything with this person. And I feel like some of you may, some of you may pass up on this person, but it actually feels like you may have a hard time, like, not thinking about them. You know what I mean? Like, they'll kind of be on your mind a lot. If you were with the Emperor in the past and the Empress is kind of your future, it feels like in this person you'll be able to have and find the things within the relationship that you may have been missing with this Emperor. And it's almost like if you allow yourself to I want to say like come to terms with it, or like warm up to it, I want to say. Of course it's your choice, right? And you make the decision. This is just what I'm seeing based on the energy of right now, or the path you're on right now. It feels like this person seems to be able to, it's almost like the person that's coming is more than you imagined them to be. And I feel like that's why you can't get them out of your head. And it's like, and I feel like for those of you that listen to the general reading, well, I'll just say this for those of you that didn't. The cards we're talking about right now, you're kind of going back into your past, or you're reliving something in order to cut it out, right? In order to kind of heal it, move on, so that it doesn't affect you anymore. And I feel like there's something really invigorating. It's like for those of you that this is resonating for, I feel like the thought of this Empress as you move towards the Emperor to cut it off, it actually feels like it's really invigorating. It feels like the encounter with this Empress puts you on the path to, how do I say this? To kind of eject the Emperor. And it's almost like, and then it becomes that getting rid of this Emperor energy and getting rid of this past hurt or whatever it is, it's almost like then that in and of itself becomes a gift. I feel like this person may act like they don't want anything. They're not looking for anything. They might have this kind of like cool, aloof exterior. But they like the cat and mouse sort of energy. Hold on for a second. And I kind of feel like that might not be your jam, if you will. It's almost like this person likes the build-up. Like, they like to be chased. They like the innuendos. They like all of that kind of play. I don't know how to say that. I hope that's coming through clearly. And it's almost like, and they kind of play those games, but it feels more that it's like they have this insecurity. It's like they want to know that you actually want them. You know what I mean? It might be somebody like, if they are attractive to a lot of people, which Empress energies usually are. And please don't get too hung up on the genders on any of the cards, okay? It's just representing energy, not necessarily genders. Okay, so with that said, I feel like this person does really want something with you. It's almost like either they don't know how to actually ask for it. It's the energy of somebody that seems really attractive, that seems like they've kind of got it all going on, but it's like when it actually comes to love, they can be a little bit clueless as to how to get it. It's like they know how to love people well, but actually getting someone to be in a connection and commit sort of deal, I feel like they have a lot of false starts when it comes to relationships. They may have a lot of people interested in them and they think something's going to happen and then all of a sudden it doesn't. So we're going to get some advice on this here for you. Advice for Sag Rising. Whoops. So we have the Four of Cups. Lots of synchronicity in this read. We have the Ace of Wands here, 2 Aces of Cups here, and the 7 of Wands. Okay. There may be... Okay. I'm going to be straight with you. This person may have a really toxic ex. It doesn't feel like this Empress energy is connected to them or wants them or anything like that, but it does feel like it's almost like this Empress may be somehow not realizing that this toxic ex is kind of creeping around. You know what I mean? It feels like this ex takes it as a personal affront when the Empress gets involved with anybody, or if anybody likes the Empress, or anybody kind of like approaches them. That may be why it seems like things don't really, like they have people that are attracted to them, but it doesn't go any further than that. I feel like this Empress does keep working on themselves. It kind of feels like if you and this Empress choose to get into a relationship, it feels like that's what ends up making this 7 of Wands finally leave the Empress alone. And not that you have to get involved or anything like that, of course, right? It just feels like the 7 of Wands may have been fighting to get back or find a way to keep this Empress. But it's like when they get involved with you, or if they get involved with you, I feel like the 7 of Wands is looking at it like, oh, I've lost them. Because you're more on the same level as the Empress, rather than like this person kind of knew. It's almost like they knew that they weren't on the level of the Empress, if that makes sense. This is what I'm feeling. If you want this person, this Empress, you can definitely have them. It feels like you would have to do a lot of the work to get it going, though. So, with that said, we're going to move on to Venus and Sag. I know this reading's getting really long. Sorry. Well, I guess it's not long if you're going to the timestamps. So, Justice and 7 of Wands again. Excuse me. So there's somebody that I feel you are very, very attracted to. It's almost like the physical chemistry, like it's the sparks are flying, if you will. And it feels like there's something unusual about this person that makes you want to approach them. I feel like hold on for a second. There's something statuesque about them. Like there's something that's very pronounced. So it's like maybe they have a physical feature that's very, like an attractive one, but one that's very obvious. If that makes sense. But whatever it is, it feels like it's almost like the physical chemistry can be so intense it's almost blinding sometimes. Like that's how strong that is. How does this person, they seem to be somebody that acts a little bit indifferent. They might it's like, however they act between the two of you, I feel like they act very, almost like, maybe not cold, but very business-like. It's like it's someone that's not really into public display, PDA. I feel like there's someone that if you got super affectionate, they would kind of like, whoops, drop half the deck. It's almost like if you got super affectionate when the two of you were out in public, you would kind of see their back straighten up. Like they don't like that. Not that they don't like you being affectionate with them, but they do not like that in public. This person's very, very private. They're very, however they are behind closed doors, to the world, they present as someone that's very balanced. They don't let themselves get out of control. They make sure that what they present to the world is exactly what they want people to see. And I feel like there's a lot of secrecy. It doesn't feel bad necessarily. It's almost like this person may at times want people to see them as this altruistic figure, when in actuality, they have good and bad just like the rest of us. But I feel like they really take the time to make sure that people see exactly what they want them to see. It's almost like they might not even really come out of their shell or go out very often unless they can be at their absolute best and they look good and it's like, good hair day, good outfit, so on and so forth. Unless they have those things lined up, they're going to do something else. And what's interesting is that it's not like they're punishing themselves or anything. It's like they just have a certain standard for themselves and that's it. And there's no wishy-washy energy or them being hard on themselves. It just feels like that's just the way it is. So what does Sag need to know? Sag Venus need to know about the connection between them and the Justice person. Just looked like that card may have been upside down, so I wanted to make sure the deck was upright, and it is. So we have the Five of Wands. I'm going to be honest with you here, Sag. I wish I had something better to say. I feel like this person actually may be a little bit at war with themselves. It's like they feel the physical chemistry too, but for whatever reason, they seem to have too much on their plate right now. It's almost that energy of like keeping up that facade of always being perfect all the time can be exhausting. And I feel like it's almost putting them in this energy of like they kind of, in order for them to keep up with the image that they've created, they have so much on their plate that even like they're kind of not even letting it in the thought of something else being added, if that makes sense. I feel like this person's getting to the point where they're just going to be like, F it, and they're just going to drop it all. It kind of feels like, hold on for a sec. The Five of Wands usually talks about like there's a bunch of conflict and like there's a whole bunch going on, right? And if everything could just, like, it would be possible to make something really great if everything could get on the same page, or everyone. it's almost like all of the parts of this person need to start wanting the same thing in order for that to happen. And I feel like they're going to kind of be in this state of limbo of trying to maintain that facade unless or until that happens. So I think I'll leave it there. I feel like I've been talking for forever. I'm sorry, guys. So that's the reading for today. I have been releasing a couple of different reads, like shorts and weekend reads and stuff like that. So please let me know what you like, what you don't. And I will take it from there. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.